Hi, good evening. Just give me one moment. I'm just setting up. Don't know what happened to Think or Sim. Just give me guys 1 minute. Hi, Saurav. Hi, Vasudha. Hi, Francis. Hi, Jeremy. I'm finding some difficulty with Think or Sim. Give me 1 minute. I'm just trying to fix that. Hi, Satish. Saurav, we can do that, but later in the day. Hi, Joe. Hi, Shri. Hi, Ashish. Hi, Nitesh. Hi, Somi. Hi, Sunny. All good, guys. So let me just log in into Think or Swim and then I'll share my screen. We'll talk about few things today before going into analysis. And these are really, really important things which I want all of you to understand. Can you all see my screen? I have made a whiteboard. I'm just waiting for the confirmation. Hi Shiva, hi Krishna, hi Rajesh. Why I'm making 75K from my group? No, I'm not making any money from my group. That's a stupid question. Hi Ashwin, hi Kayur, hi Shravan. Cool. So guys, we'll talk about FOMC and its impact. Today, FOMC or Fed did a 75 basis point hike, which was really unexpected. And I went through all the commentary from the conference. He was focused on housing correction. He was focused on less jobs available and pain in the economy. Along with 75 basis point hikes, he sees that the hike regime may continue until 2024, and only after that it can return back to a normal percentage. Now, this is going to have some serious impact. Like since the beginning of last year, I've been saying regarding the housing market that housing market is going to give up really, really big gains, but slowly. Now it's on the verge where you can see some substantial, I would say, discounts on the prices as compared to the last year. I would say 6 more months and we will have deflated house prices because the housing market is going to get seriously impacted with this like 6.7% rate now on the houses, which is highest since 2007. So it's going to have some serious impact. People who have sold their houses last year have made some serious money. People who have bought houses, as I said in the past, are going to regret because they have paid exuberant amount of principal on a lower interest rate. Now, in the next few months, maybe 6 to 8 months, if they have paid something like 600K on their house on an average 3.2% interest rate, that house will easily be available at 450K, maybe less. And prices could be 7%, right? This principle you cannot change for 30 years. This is going to remain there. This principle is 150,000 less. You can always refinance. Maybe in 3 years, you can refinance it back to 4.2%. So next 6 to 8 months, if people who are looking for houses or waiting for houses, that will be an absolute wonderful time for you to get into the housing market. Second thing, jobs will have definite, like all the big companies, all the big techs, they have started holding on to the new positions. They are not recruiting, meaning they're kind of frozen on their recruitment. They have not fired many people, but if the consumer spending is getting lower, the interest rate is getting higher. This impacts the profit margin of a company. And when the profit margin hits, company try to get rid of things which are not required at that moment or which are less priority. So you might see people coming out of the jobs. Third thing, the economy is going to face some serious deflation. Instead of inflation, deflation. Deflation meaning that the prices will go down much more than expected. Now, with 75 basis points, we still have one more meeting, maybe two more meetings in November or December, where we can see 50 basis point hike or 25 basis point hike going forward. And with all of this, the market cannot go higher. Now, I want to clean this and let me just clean it up. Come on. I'll make another page. I'll delete this one. Now, one important thing which you need to understand that if we are two people in the market and we are trading, right? If I have $10 and another person also has $10, if we are trading, the best we can make is $20. We cannot take it higher. But in the last 14 years, since 2008, when Ben Bernanke introduced the QE, or 2009 roughly, I would say, since then, Fed has been a party which is introducing fresh capital into the market, which is increasing this money to 30. And every single year, they have been adding money into the economy. And by this time, they're about $9 trillion into the economy. Now, the initial goal of this was to stabilize the financial markets. But then what Ben Bernanke did was he wanted to inflate the asset prices. And that's what has been happening since 2011 until 2021, when Fed said enough is enough. We have come to a situation where the asset prices, asset could be equity market, bond market, and real estate, along with some what you call gold, silver, or expensive metals. Now, in all these cases, Fed has decided to increase the rates because he wants to cut down on the liquidity. He wants to hamper the spending of the people, less spending, less money in the market, less liquidity. Also, he's introducing $120 billion money back from the market. Now, this 120 billion, treat this like you are investing 100 billion as an investor, like it's sum of all the retail investor. 100 billion were coming from the funds. So net was $200 billion. Now from this $120 billion is offset. Now, if you look at the charts from 2007 to current, this $100 billion amount was always reducing. It was not increasing. This $100 billion which came from the funds were coming through the Fed. Like Fed was buying corporate debt, Fed was buying bonds, and these funds were using that money to inflate the prices of the assets. Now those prices have reached a certain regime where it's very difficult to address the inflation of the country. So Fed has only one option at this moment, is to increase the interest rates and take out the money from the economy. So next few months will be really, really difficult in the market. We might see some serious lows in coming months, but I don't expect this situation to get better from here in next few weeks. All right. So this is something which I wanted to discuss. I can address or take your questions later, but this was something which I wanted to convey, that market has understood this very clearly, and that's why you saw the negative reaction on the index even after the price in 75 basis percent hike went in, because his statements were clear. He want to bring recession into the economy. He want to cut on the consumer spending so that he can control the inflation. If the demand is cut, only then the supply can be managed, because there's also supply issues which is having impact on the prices. So this is really significant what he told this afternoon. Do not neglect it. And as I said a few months back, we will have good opportunity around 3,400 to 3,600 area where we can invest. So let's wait for that period as an investor. But if you're a day trader, every rise should be sold now. It's not easy for this market to go higher with all these liquidity squeezing out of the economy. As I said, if there's no fresh money coming into the market cannot make newer highs. And now the existing money is going out, so market is finding very difficult on its feet to stay at these levels. All right. So I will take these questions probably at the end with respect to all this financial discussion. Now we'll go and start my daily analysis, and let's see what's in the store for. Yes. All right. So I'm gonna wait. Let me read the comments. There's one person who has, I don't know, any issues. Why is worried about how much I make or not make? What is your problem, Sunny? Next time I see a comment, I don't want to create anything. I'll just block you. I don't have time to answer all these idiots. All right. So I'm going to use the same list. 919 says 922. So I'm going to look at the 15 tickers primarily and see what we can derive from that. First thing is ES. So you see ES was holding this level. It was holding this level for 4 days, and finally it broke 3853. 3853, the moment it broke, it's coming to an important trend line area. This was a trend line which before this meeting of September, there was no meeting in August. Last time when Fed said, we had a substantial move in one direction from there. Now, from mid of September, we are going to test this line once again. This line is around 3760, 3755 area. This is the same base, if you see. The same baseline here. This is going to be a very important support. If we lose this, we're going to make not only test these lows, but we're going to make some seriously new lows. My expected target was 33.97. So if we lose this dark black line, if you look at my screen, let me just expand it more. If you lose this dark line, this time we're going to make newer lows and we will hit 33.97, which was pre-COVID high. So if we have to bounce, again, let me draw one more time. If we have to bounce, this is the area we can bounce. This does a cross between the long-term trend line, which is coming from top to bottom, as well as the base of the last move. So this is really, really important. 3760. If we lose this, like even in my Telegram, I posted that below 3820, we have a big breakdown and 3820 broke, and we're almost like how many points? 50 points below from that area. So I expect 3760 to provide some sort of bounce. If we lose this, I do not have any support until the previous lows, which are around 3600. So keep an eye. 3760 goes, we are going down the drain. If 3760 bounces, we might try to get back to 3800, and then we can start the selling. Market is sell on rise clearly. There's no, I would say, reason to buy at least tomorrow. Okay, let me read the comment. 1968 BPP. So the prices of bonds will drop. If so, I will explain the bonds BPP maybe later, because I need to understand the prices of the bonds, and I need to check what is the yield and whether the yield is zero coupon yield or it's yield with certain discount. I need to just check that, and I will answer that. Chairman, look, Paji, with all this happening, how do you see China stocks performing? Yes, China stocks, I was a little positive, but yesterday, Chinese stock market went down. And along with that, Baba broke the 85 important level. If you see in my sheet, last time, we have the level of Baba right here. Sell below 85, it's going to test 80. Right now, it's a long-term head and shoulder pattern, so Baba is going down. Do you think Fed can bring the inflation down to 2%? Gary, no. It's going to take much, much more time than 23, maybe 25, not 24. TJ, I usually do not use SPY levels. 3600 is something where I see ES. All right, let me just create the ES levels on the sheet, and then we'll move forward. So ES is clearly short, and I do not have any long entry on ES. Sell, I would say, I'll do both the sells. Sell near 3800. $38.20 is the stop loss. 3760 is the first area. And once we lose this, we have one 37.25. Or like if you want 37.60, you can sell that. 37.25, it's about 70% loss of importance level, important support. That 39.25 level was really, really important for the market. And today it could not break it. And I also went short. I did not had chance to listen to him live, but when I saw 39.25 went down, I went down on a couple of puts, not many, small trade, because I'm not doing heavy trading these days. I'm just doing small trades, 500, 1000 here and there, and that's it. So loss of importance, 3820. The 3820 is something where if you want to go, you can go like short. If you want to do neutral, or I would say less positive, it's buy only above. If someone has to really, really buy, is to buy only about 3820. 3810 is the stop loss. Target is 3855. I don't think so it's going to go more than that. If you get an opportunity, sell near 3855. If you get an opportunity. The likelihood of we making new lows is really, really high. And today's candle, if you look at ES, this candle is massive. Like it almost touched the 12 EMA, which was at that moment 39.25, which was our target. It almost came there, could not break out, and lost this zone 38.55. Now we might see a bounce, as I said, 37.50, 37.60. If you want to trade a bounce, I will not trade a bounce, I will sell that bounce. That's my theory. On the longer term horizon, let me just convert this into a weekly to see what's happening. Previous week was a big sell-off. So previous was a bearish engulfing. And now again, like we're coming to this long-term support. So if market has to bounce, 37.60 is the last good support. If we could not hold this line, we are going to see new lows immediately, maybe in a day, or it can be possible by Friday. 37.60 is like such a strong wall. All right, so let's move on to triple Q. So I'm gonna start with 5-year day. So it could not break 295 today. Again, you see the same resemblance. All of them were trying to test the 12 EMA. And that's why the significance of 12 and 34. People do not use 12 and 34, but if you see my charts, they're really, really significant. The important area of 294, it was not breached, lost 38.2, which was 290, and then boom, we hit 284 straight down the line. No support. Now, the next support comes around 274. In the past, we have seen good support at 274.50. So possibly we can have some support there. I do not see any. I would simply delete this line. I do not see anything on the positive side on triple Q. I am just removing the triple Q line on the positive side. So sell is very clear. It's like 80% sell. I would say sell on rise if you can get an opportunity. Stop loss is 284, which I really, really doubt. Target is 274.50. And this was 269.25. I'll not even try once to buy them. Here. There are gaps which needs to be filled. $282, $283. Just sell them. Loss of very important support 23.6 Fibonacci, which is 284. It's a really, really important level it was. holding, and now it has gone. And in the after hours, it's already 1% down. So probably if it bounces in the morning by some virtue, I would love to sell this. I'm not going to buy this at all. If it comes higher, I'm going to sell it only because it has lost some important levels and there are some important gaps which are there, which needs to be filled in the past. And if you see on a longer term horizon, we're also making a head and shoulders on the weekly basis, and it's not looking good. Like it's so if we lose 274, this could be really, really nasty. So from here, it's not easy for the bulls to manage the positions. Then we have individual stocks. Apple. Last time we discussed Apple, I said we could see 156, 158. It almost tested 159 today. And that's the value. See, the 61.8 percentage, 158.90 hit almost there, could not. It's a bearish engulfing candle because it covered the body of the previous candle totally. Okay, now 154.80 is your stop loss. Look out for because it's a failure of 61 percentage. It should test 38 and 23. It's a thumb rule. When you go up, you need to break this, but when you are coming down, you will definitely fail at 38 and you will test 23. So these should be your targets if you're looking to short Apple. 145.60, 150.70. Apple is short, sell near one. It closed at 153 something. I would say sell near 153 to 154. Stop loss 154.80. Target is 150.70 and 145.60. This was clear, 145.60. AMD. AMD as a long-term thing, it has come to a point where if it goes down, then that's it. It's the end of a story. Like it has some serious gaps. If you see on my screen right here, if I expand this, you will see the gaps. There are some gaps here. These are the gaps which are there. Now these gaps needs to be filled. And these are the gaps on the longer term. So here the gap is right at 60, the high is 69, 69.80 first gap. And the second gap is at 58 to 64. So there's a 10% gap here. And right now AMD is ready to break down. It is losing all the supports right now. It tried a W like Nvidia. It was trying a W, but no. If it bounced, I would only go long in AMD if it crosses 79.50. Otherwise, I am not going long here. I'm looking to fill the gaps on AMD, and this is a hammer candle at the bottom. So let's see if it goes further down and fill the gap, or it tries to bounce. So AMD, I'll still keep it neutral, but I want to sell below 73. Stop loss is 75. Target is 69.80. 64. Amazon also lost an important level and it's coming back. It has filled the entire gap which was there on the earnings. Now it is coming to see 113, which is an important long-term trend line. If it loses this, then it's going to be difficult for Amazon to sustain. It can go down significantly. Kazula, no, I will not say 71 has support on AMD. No. Lee, when I say buy or sell, it means you can buy a call or you can buy a stock. I expect 3400, 3450, probably 3400 to 3500 is a good area where we can actually say market may try to give a decent bounce. So Amazon, I think if it loses 119, it has lost 119. Sell below 119. Stop loss is 121. Target is 113 and 107. BA might give you some level of support here because it's a 61.2 Fibonacci right here. It was difficult for it to cross. If it loses this, it closed right on that Fibonacci level, 143.20 and 143.20. Tested the 12 EMA and it's the base. If it loses, then 137. 137 is the range where last time I told you guys that yes, it's consolidating for a massive period and it's going to break out, and finally it did. So if you want to buy Boeing, 137, 131 is really, really good area. So Boeing, I would say buy near, if it goes down again, like 143.20 is a really, really good support. Right now it's below this level. So I would wait if I can get around 140 level with a stop loss of 138. Target is 143.20 and 151. It's an important support. If it regains at 143.20, it's wonderful. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very tight for Boeing. Baba, last time we said it's a long-term head and shoulder pattern. It's coming out very clearly. Long-term head and shoulder pattern. It's coming to a support line right here. If it loses this line, like 81, we have 73. See, this is the long-term support line, which it is holding. If it loses this, it's going to be tough. So I'm going to take a try on Baba and I'm converting this into neutral. I want to buy near 80 with a small stop loss of 79 to see if I can get 82 and 85. It's a contra call which I'm trying. And during this time, you will see LMT, John Deere, Caterpillar providing support to the index. Some pharmaceutical companies as well. CRM. CRM has lost an important level. Again, has a bearish engulfing candle. Not so looking nice because it's breaking all these levels. Let me make some new levels on this. And people who don't know how to use it, the regression channels, I'm just going to show you now. So the trend was left to right going up, but now it's going down. So I chose regression channel from the top to the bottom, right? And it gives me an idea where I'm going to extend it to the right. So it gives me an idea where I can see. Now I'm going to use this to make some Fibonacci retracements because we are going from top. I'll do this from bottom here to this top. So if we lose this area, we might see 122 on CRM. 122 and yep, I don't see any other support here on CRM. Let me convert this into weekly candle just to have a clear picture. Yep, if you see right here, 115 area. So there's hardly any support here in this area. It just went in single line from here to here in the last 3 years. So this is a really, really important area for CRM. If it loses this area, like even in the after hours, it is up. But if it loses 149 area, I think it's going to be very difficult for CRM. So CRM, I will say short, sell near 148.49. Looking for 139 target and 122. And stop loss is 149.75. Netflix did its job, made 249, and if you look at Netflix, almost came 249, could not break out and failed. It's 100% move. I would love to see if it can hold 229. So as positive, I will try to buy Netflix around 230 area, 30-31. If market moves, Netflix could provide some serious support. 229 target is around. Target should be the same, 240 and 249. I'm just reducing it to 60%. Let's keep it 70%. All these stocks are weak, so we can add 70% there. So Netflix is one positive, which I want to keep because cup and handle is still in place. Yes, my time frame is weekly, but if you want to convert this into daily as well, you will see 229 is really good support. I wanted to come around 230, which is the Fibonacci level, and I want to keep 229 as my stop loss. Ubrino, I explained that in the beginning. One second. Yeah, I explained that in the beginning that the amount of money which needs to come out from the economy is too much. And right now there's no fresh money. So in I would say in lieu of no new fresh money, plus the existing money is going away, it's not easier for the funds to hold these positions. So they are selling. They're not short sellers, but they're actually selling the stocks. Short sellers are people who do not have the stock. Here, people who have the stocks, they are selling. Airbnb. Airbnb today, again, like it was trying hard, but could not. Last time we discussed the cup and handle, which it clearly failed. Now it's a failed cup and handle, and it's coming to an important area of 111. If it loses that area, then the inverted head and shoulder pattern is also breaking. I will just, there's no levels here then. I'll just cancel the rise extension. I need to make the new levels. From this top, this low. So 61. So 112.90 is, so Airbnb is neutral to short, sell near 111, 112, stop loss 113, target 1780 and 1275. Failed NHNS. It's with another cup and handle thing. It was trying its best, could not break out. Still holding this area. See, you can clearly see this was wonderfully set up, went up, was about to break, but could not. So it's a failed breakdown, not a failed breakout. Now, when we have a failed breakout, we just need to see where it finds the support and look at the gaps. There are gaps here. So let's aim those gaps. The gaps are at 98. So it is short now. It's a failed. Target is 98. And then we also have 98 up, then 87. I think 98 is fine for now. Stop loss is 106. It's 106. Sell for 103 to 4. 98 and 90. That's 98 and 93. 93.50 is area for ITSI. Microsoft and Google were two stocks which I recommended to sell. It came to 248 today and lost that area and closed right at 239 area, 238.9, 238.9. See, that's the value of these prices. They are really, really important. It has lost those prices. 248, it failed, it came near, failed, find the support. Now it's losing that support. So we need to go down further where we can see the next support comes around 225-ish area. This is the area. You see this area where it has good consolidation. This is a good price area. Plus it is losing the regression channel. So I have to draw the regression channel again. It has totally lost the regression channel. So let me cancel the extension and try a regression channel from top to bottom. 349 towards us. So it's a long term. There's so many Fibonacci's here. I need to just cancel. This is the previous one, so I should keep it. I'm gonna make one more retracement from top of here to the from bottom to the top. If we lose 238, it's looking nasty. Support comes around 231 and 225. 231, 225. This is 70%. Stop loss now will give 241. Sell below 239. Google, it had the gaps, so it's coming into 70% zone. Google, as I said last time, there were gaps on Google which needs to be filled. There are gaps at 97. So first target is 97. Then we have gaps at 83, 84 level. There's also gap right here. Now this gap is filled, but this gap is open. So 97.47 is the gap, which is still open on Google. 97.47. Stop loss like is 101. Or in this case, now we should have stop loss. 90, 100. Let's make 100 as a stop loss on Google. 100, 97, and 93. Nvidia did like our target of 140 almost, did that target. It's trying to hold, but let's see if market holds or not. If market loses, we might see 117 on Nvidia, but I will still give it a go. 130 area. Let me just try to buy, stop loss this. Tesla is the most important stock in the market right now. It's holding really, really beautifully. It's making inverted head and shoulders. So Tesla, if we lose 299, we might see 291 on Tesla. So 299 is really, really important. So I'm giving two trades. Sell below 299 on Tesla. We could see the target of 291. I don't expect it to go less than that. I'm gonna still keep it 40%. Stop loss will be 301. And if you want to buy above 301. Stop loss 219.99 and 307. I'm still giving 60% to Tesla because it is the stock which has not lost its strength as compared to any other ticker in the index. These are my stocks. There's no thing called oversold or overbought in this market. Again, like MACD crossovers, these are slow indicators. You may find them that they are laggards as compared to the price action. I look at the price action, Sindhu. I ignore all those indicators. Rivian, I can check Rivian. I'm going to share the Zoom link because today is the important one. So I'm going to put this on the YouTube chat. And I'm going to give like 15 minutes if anybody wants to come and join in. And I'll try to answer as much as I can. So Rivian is there again. Rivian, as I said last time, with the market, it might come around 31.30, 32 area. Right now, it's breaking down. It's break below the 12 and 34. It's making the M. M usually comes and fills the gap. So 27, maybe potentially there on Rivian. I've shared the link on YouTube chat. If anybody is interested and have questions, come over there. Because I'm gonna MU is really important at 49. If it loses 49, we can see 46 and 42. 49.65 is really important. 61 Fibonacci on MU. Should not lose 49.65. I'm going to post this into my Telegram channel. Talk live on today's analysis. Guys, again, I have told you multiple times, do not just come and say, tell me about this. You need to give me about your charts and I'll try to help you there. I don't want to spoon feed you because it's not going to help you at all. Today, I'm just giving you the overviews, but you need to learn how to and please mute yourself if you're not speaking. That's a simple decorum which everybody should follow. MDB is probably 202, 196. It can go there, 202 to 196. I don't see it's gonna bounce at all. It's not going to happen. It's just going down. Yes, Raghu.
Hi, Naval. Naval, like now we told like there will be a rate, the interest will go up by 7% or somewhat. So then we might see some job cuts, or they might rescind some offers.
Yes.
So how, like, because my understanding is like if the rate of interest get increased, so company, if they want to take a loan, they might think 10 times. So they might rescind the offers in that manner, or how it impacts.
See, most of the companies, they work on the loan because loan, you do not have to pay taxes.
Okay.
They will not use the cash in hand. So they will try to, they already have loans and they have to pay higher interest on them.
Oh, okay.
Mostly these were floating loans. They were not fixed.
Fixed. Okay. So
now that will cause higher margin pressure on these companies' profit.
So then how it like impacts like power wants the labor market to come down. So in a sense, like
if imagine yourself, supposedly you have $1 million. Okay. Now in this market, you have a debt of $1.5 million. Per month, you are paying $10,000 EMI to the bank.
Okay.
Now that has increased to 12,000.
Okay.
And you had a business where consumers are also not spending much. How will you
pay back,
recover that money?
Okay.
Reduce your jobs.
Okay. So if job goes down, then people they will have sufficient money to pay back to the loan. Okay.
Yes.
And again, I think on Friday, Paul is speaking. I think around 2 p.m.
See, he spoke enough today.
Okay.
There's no need for him to speak anymore.
Yeah, that's what what he will be speaking again on this Friday.
I don't know, but he was very, very clear
Uh-huh.
that yes, he wanted to initiate a recession.
Okay.
He wants to control the housing market. He like all the free money which was infused in the economy. He was doing really good in 2019 when he was trying to cut down on the balance sheet. He was totally right there. Now things go offhand with Corona.
Okay.
Now they are in a really, really difficult state. If he cannot fix this now, it's going to be a very difficult regime of inflation where you will find things to get really, really costly and your spending power reduced significantly.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, Noah. Yeah.
No
I have one more question. I forgot.
UPST. Let me just check UPST. UPST are these companies. These are companies which will go down and down and down and down and down. Again, as I've told, people who bought houses in 2021, these are the same people who bought these stocks in 2021. They thought market was easy. Now they are understanding market was not easy. So wait, it cannot go lower than zero. So wait for it. You might need to spend some significant years for it to come back. Technically, there is nothing. It's a bear chart pattern. If it loses 22, it's going to go down further, much below its IPO price. Shopify, the same thing. Shopify had a good area of support at 30. If it loses 30, that's it. If it loses 30, it may go to 28, 29. I don't think so. It has anything left lower than that. So it's a good bottom if you want to buy for long term. Shopify. Twitter, there is no point on Twitter. It's news driven. Moxie method, I have no idea what is Moxie method. Costco. Costco, if it loses 491, can see 469. Meta will go down more. Meta can go down much more. 138 and then 123. These are possible targets for Meta. Aditya.
Paji, I looked at snow. It is making a M pattern. Just wanted to validate. And it also has the big gap fill down.
Yeah, if it loses 178, yes, it should fill the gap.
Thank
M
you.
pattern is not complete because there's a huge, humongous gap here.
Right. Okay.
But yes, it's coming to fill that.
All right. Thanks, Paul.
No problems. Yes, Mr. Reddy.
Ajay, I have one question. I'm drawing the regression. I have one question is when you're drawing the regression, do I need to start at the wick or the body?
You see, you need to understand one basic thing.
Okay.
When you're looking at the stock, look at the screen.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if the price is going like this, then start from here at the bottom. If the price is coming like this, start from the peak. Make sure your time frame is at least 1 year. At least 1 year.
Right. Yeah, I did that. The question specifically is, does it matter if I need to, when I'm doing on the top, let's say top to down, right? Does it matter? Do I need to start at the wick or the body? Does that matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
It will automatically adjust.
Oh, it automatically, even the dropping also, it automatically adjusts on the down?
Yes, yes.
Because I did it, I did ES now while when the session going on.
Can you speak a little louder, please? It's very hard to hear you.
Sorry. Okay, what I'm saying is I did ES while when the session is going on, and I was trying to compare it when you are showing and mine, and it's not exactly matching. That's why I was asking that question.
See, this is my ES. And let me just clear the annotations. This is my ES. So I have done from 4808.
Yeah, 4808.25. That's where I started.
Yes, so I started here, but if I cancel my right extension, I stopped somewhere here around 4180 in the May.
Oh, okay.
And then I only did extension. And that extension worked out well. But it's still in the zone, so extend it. Now you may be trying here. That's why it's a little different.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. I actually dropped it at the bottom here on the June something. That's where I dropped basically.
All right.
Okay. So then in that case, it doesn't matter whether you just go by the level. It doesn't matter which black or the pink. It doesn't matter, right?
No, just let it extend till the moment it's not out of these top two ranges.
Okay. That's what I said. Thank you. And one question, but you can MU.
MU just told you that 49 is an important area. Okay. If it loses that, 46 and 42.
Okay. Thanks, buddy. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Casey.
Hello. Hi, Naval. So I have a question. When we are checking for 34 MAE and 12 MAE, we should be taking the chart of minimum 2 months.
See, it does not matter whether you are looking for a time frame of 2 months. What matters is what is your candle size, whether it's a 15-minute candle or a 30-minute candle or a daily candle.
Okay, so assuming it is 15 minutes, then. So
you just need to do one basic thing. Let me just take 30 minutes to simplify. Now this is 30 minutes. When the red, which is the 34, is higher, you need to short this. Every time it comes to green, you need to short it.
Okay.
You can see it has not crossed the red line at all. Red line is just stop loss. On the contrary, if the green line is up, every time it comes to green line, you need to go long.
Okay.
That's it.
So here, like the chart size, how much it should be, like 1 month chart or 3-6 months?
It does not matter. It does not matter.
Okay. Okay. And also I was looking for AMAT if you have time, otherwise that's fine.
AMAT I have not charted a lot. It's a very old chart. Also half an hour chart, sorry. AMAT is also at a very important area. There are gaps in AMAT as well, which needs to be filled. The gaps are at 65. The last support is 81. If it loses this area, 81, you can see. All right.
Okay. Thank you. Hello.
No problems. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Naval. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I just had a question. I was looking at a BABA, and it seems like right now it's like at a pretty crucial support. It's bounced about 4 times there on the day. I think if it loses there, then I think it's gonna hit 673.
Yes. And that's why I took a chance and went long in Baba.
Yeah, I went. I'm long too for next week. I got like 30 contracts, 90 strike, but I'm like down 700. I don't know if maybe I should cut it or if I should just hold off for a minute.
Too far.
Too far out, huh?
Too far out. In stocks like this, you have to play in the money options.
Yeah.
It's because they eat premiums very quickly, and if they go down, they go down. They keep on going down.
So you think probably, I mean, maybe I should average down to maybe try to get even and then just
No.
cut?
Never average a losing trade.
Okay. So pretty much just cut it probably tomorrow if the market keeps tanking, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Give
All
it
right.
a chance with 80 as a stop loss if it comes to 82, 83. If it does, you might have some respite. Otherwise, I really doubt.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty much all. I was checking it out. I know it's bounced there a couple different times, and I bought it like in the morning, but then this market sort of tanked, and I wasn't paying attention, so I made my own fault. But
Problems. All right,
okay, thank you, Naval.
no problem. Yes, Bhushan.
Hey, Naval, thanks for taking my question. Looking at the entire market right now, and I was the one asking you the bond question also a little while back on YouTube.
Yes.
I'm just trying to figure out, definitely understand the concept of, going deep in the money on puts or going deep in the money on calls, just to be on the careful side so the premium doesn't disappear.
Yep.
But where would you think of parking money right now?
Cash in hand.
Sorry?
Cash in hand.
Cash in hand?
Yep.
Got it. Thanks.
You will get wonderful opportunities in next 6 to 8 months to invest. Really wonderful opportunity.
Got it.
Your cash handy. That's the time you can invest.
And you do believe that 6 to 8 months, the opportunities will present itself, because the way the Fed was sounding today, plus some of the things that you said and some of the other things that I've read, that this downtrend, I know today it was like sudden, it was going up, and then the last 20 minutes it started going down.
So it went down since he said that he wants to bring the recession. He wants to see the housing correction. So yes, houses will get corrected. There will be very low demand for houses. They'll be very difficult for people to buy new houses as inventory is also coming along. That will put pressure on the banks because they have given loans to the builders. So it's a cycle which in turn is going to be very, very tricky. So if you have cash in hand, you can enter into a deal which profits you.
Right. And Naval, in that sense, if you were to look at the rental market, I see the rental market then going up too, right?
See, if rental market keeps on going up, it's going to create havoc for the Fed.
Because, I mean, if people are not buying houses, they have to live somewhere, so they're renting. I mean, I'm just working on a base assumption.
It's a common psychology that if people are not buying, but there were many people who were investing.
Okay.
And those people are going to get struggle because they added those properties on the peak of 2021 because the sales were enormous. And now those properties, even if they want to sell, they will not even get their principal back. And imagine they put more principal plus on the top of principal, they added the bidding wars. At least $150,000, $160,000.
No, you're right, Naval, because I got burnt buying a house in 2007. And I spent about 12 years upside down.
I bought in 2012 and I'm still trying to figure it out what happened to it. So, so that's why I've learned from my own mistakes. And when I recommend something, I have my personal experience behind that.
So basically, you would say that wait about 8 or 9 months, and even the houses will be a great deal at that point, right?
Yes, if you look at Zillow, the prices are already $50,000-$60,000 cut. There are no buyers in the market. It's going to be a buyer's market where buyers will ask the sellers, get these things done. Last probably 18, 24 months, sellers were riding the market. They were just like out waiting for the bidders. Now they're not going to be bidders. Now they're going to be 10 houses per one person. Because there's not going to be enough market for these people. Plus, people are going to lose jobs as expected. The spending power has gone down. So as all of it happens, right, there will be some, what do you call, this, I don't remember the word, disclosures start to happen. There will some
Foreclosure,
Bankruptcy.
bankruptcies will happen. So that's a economic cycle, which is in closed loop. So all of it will come down.
Got it.
It was very evident in the market what he said today, and that's why market reacted the way it reacted.
Perfect. Thanks, Naval.
No problem. Hi, Hubert.
Hi, Naval. I have two questions. So your regression channel it looks awesome. Mine just looks like Child's Play when I use the default from Thinkorswim. Can you show your settings, please?
I did a video, Hubert, for this.
It's called regression channel.
Yes, and I posted that in the group as well.
Okay, I'll look for it. And the second question, Naval, is why is it that everybody was scared all of a sudden that 75 basis point and
It was
Powell
not with 75 basis point. With 75 basis point, market went up. It was not an issue. The issue was with what he said in the conference.
But people already knew that.
No. Nobody expected more hikes. Nobody expected he wants to bring in the recession. Nobody expected he wanted the house to be corrected. Nobody expected he want less jobs.
Got it.
It was not because of 75 basis points. It was because of all this.
Okay.
If you look at the market, like let's look into the yes. 1 second. Let's break it down into 15 minutes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the market went down. That's the two candle. Market realized that the rates are fine. Okay, it went up and made new high 39.25. At 350-ish, or 35-ish, he said at this candle, all these things. And then bum.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it was really, really important for all of us to hear what he was saying in that conference.
Got it. Thank you, Naval.
All right, so I'm just gonna see 2 more minutes. Foreclosures, yes. Chirag, what calls in the rents? I don't think so. It's gonna drop. It's some probably some activity from the government needs to come in. They need to say something to bring the rents down. Otherwise, it's going to be enormous. Opinion Dominoes, CMG, like all these eating stocks, they're doing fine. They'll not. Sindhu, how gold reacts to recession. Usually gold runs in the recession. But right now, dollar is getting expensive. So gold is not working out. For gold to work out, dollar needs to come down. Otherwise, it's not going to help gold. All right, guys. Thank you for attending my live session. Hopefully it was useful to all. So if you like the understanding, do just one thing, like and share. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, just do that. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a really good night. Bye-bye.